Hi you guys! So I'm making a little video here to talk about manifesting abundance. So a lot of people want financial wealth, right? When we talk about manifesting abundance, we think about financial wealth. We don't think about manifesting abundance of love, wonderful friendships, wonderful relationships. We just want money, right? So let's just say your soul journey is to win the lottery. How is that going to teach you about yourself? If you had all this money, you could buy an island, you have your own yacht, you can travel the world. So your soul journey is based on now this monetary value, which is enriching your life with these experiences of travel and owning belongings, having lots of vacations, access to the good life. But when we don't have access to money, we start to learn a different pathway. We start to learn about ourselves in a new way, right? So I'm going to slow down for a moment here, because manifesting abundance, I'll tell you first and foremost, if you're meant to have money, you're going to have money, okay? And if you're not meant to have money, you're not going to have money. I don't care what anybody says about, well, you can just, you can start manifesting $6,000 checks to come in every single week. Well, is that what your soul actually wants? Like deep down inside your heart, if you were to ask me, Abby, I want to manifest abundance, do energy work on me to help me manifest abundance? I go into your spiritual atmosphere, I go into your heart, and what's actually there is a totally different scenario. Your soul is saying, I need to actually be broken down in order to see some very extraordinary sides to myself. And once I see those extraordinary sides, it's going to bring out a talent within me. And that talent is going to manifest the abundance I actually want to receive. That talent, which is some sort of communication gift, computer programming gift, some scientific ability that you already had, but you didn't realize that you could harness it in your own way and make a profit off of it because you're not seeing yourself fully yet. For instance, Abby, I tell people this often. I wanted to be a business professional. I wanted to be a higher up in a company. I wanted to, be a leader in a leadership role in a company and make a lot of money. And I wanted to have a 401k, and I wanted to have my 5 weeks of vacation if I could ever attain that after 15, 20 years of working at the same company. You know what I mean? So, but I was fine with that, because that's the way society is. That's what society teaches us. And I'm fine with that. And what sucks was I'm organized. I'm a good communicator. I got great customer service skills. I'm a good writer. I'm compassionate. I'm empathetic with people, but I can be direct and straightforward too. But these are all things that I knew were my best qualities, and that I could still work on them through these continual promotions that I would never receive. I could never rise in the ladder of the corporate world. It didn't matter what I did. I got to a point where I just said, fuck it. That was kind of my attitude, because it was I'm just going to go into the spirit realm. And that's what I did my whole life anyway, was talk to invisible people and have weird alien experiences and that sort of thing. So I just wanted to talk to whoever visited me today, and I just go into that place. I actually got so good at doing this that I could do anything on the computer, and I could do anything. I could actively work my job while I was simultaneously communicating with the spirit realm, and I was in a journey state, so I could actually see the spirit realm, participate in it, interact with it. The spirit realm never told me, Abby, how come you're not doing psychic work? How come you're not doing this, doing that? The spirit realm wasn't saying any of that stuff to me. Why wasn't the spirit realm telling me these things? Because I wasn't ready for it. Because I wasn't asking. Because I didn't want to hear that. I wanted to be a business professional, and that was where my abundance was. And if I work harder, if I show myself more, if I excel more, if I do the extra credit stuff, I'm going to get promoted. People are going to appreciate that in me. That didn't get me anywhere. I was convinced that the world wants dopes to be in higher positions. I couldn't understand it. Didn't matter how hard I worked, that it wasn't for me. I wasn't meant for that. That wasn't my abundance. That wasn't what I was meant to manifest. So I had to get broken down through life, being financially broke. I had to file bankruptcy. I've lost my house to foreclosure. I had to deal with bed bugs for 4 years. I'm telling you, I have been in the rut of the rut of the rut of the rut of the rut, and even worse than all that stuff. And it's just like, that breaks you down, especially when you're such a good person, you're such a hard worker. Society looks at you as a bad person when you're living off food stamps. You know, you get that. You know, you have 3 kids and you have no idea how you're going to afford a babysitter. It sucks. It really, 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 really sucks. I had to deal with that day after day, week after week, and I felt like such a failure. I felt terrible about it. And I was not kind when I would talk to myself. I had to work harder. I had to try harder. I had to do better than this. And why was I a failure? And yada, yada, yada. The spirit realm was always listening. You know, the spirit realm was always encouraging. The spirit realm was always telling me things would get better, but things weren't getting better. Things were just getting worse. And it got to a point where I finally said, I got to start taking care of myself. I got to start loving myself. I got to stop certain behaviors. I got to make changes in my life. And so I did. I made changes in my life that brought me up and out of like a pit. And I just started afresh, but I was so burnt out by the time I started afresh. Like, I moved into a new place, and I couldn't even unpack my stuff for 3 months. I couldn't clean. I couldn't wash dishes. I couldn't do laundry. I was so dead by that time. How do you teach a soul how to manifest abundance when they're dead, when they're a living dead person, because they've been so beaten down by society? But is it society that's beating you down, or is it teaching you about yourself because you're not being yourself yet, and that's why you're in that place? I was not being myself. If I was a business professional up there at the top making all this money, I would not be talking to anybody about my alien experience. I would still be hiding all this inside myself. I would not be psychic. I would not be doing any of this. I never even considered myself psychic until it was YouTubers that actually encouraged me to try to do psychic readings on them. I gave it a try. They really appreciated the experience. They encouraged me to do it more, so I did more of it. I have a whole nother story all related to how I became a psychic. But you see how abundance is actually manifested when you go deep inside yourself. You have to start loving yourself. You have to love yourself. And through loving yourself, you create the mirror of love that manifests more love to enter into your life. And it's not necessarily going to happen overnight. In one year after another, you're going to start cleaning up more and more of that old junk that you have been building and building and building up for all these years, until the point where you finally said, I can't do it, and you break under the weight of your own resistance to be yourself. How would I be being myself if I was a business professional? I'd be in a superficial world, living on a linear timeline, intertwining with everybody's situations and emotions, etc., and having nothing to do with my real talent, which is what I'm doing right now with my life. And the more that I am engaged in being my talent, the more I manifest abundance, not by doing anything, but just simply being an emanation of love to myself and love to others. And I'm telling you, this world is actually starting to promote love in a way that it never did before. I'm telling you, it is. You'll start to notice that, I eat Sahel snacks. They're freaking awesome. They're basically nuts with I love the cranberry one, and I love this tangerine one. There's vanilla flavored, different types of nuts with dried fruit in it. It's actually super ridiculously delicious. I would never really eat a nut snack on my life, but I freaking love these. Anyway, if you turn it over, it's like ... This is everything we do to make sure that this snack is full of love for you. That's basically what it says. It's like, this is a, non-GMO, all of this stuff, it tells you this and this and this and this, what they're doing. And then there's something about, we're also using, solar paneling or whatever to, all of our food products are coming from reusable energy sources, something along those lines. It's like, I love products that tell me how they put love into the product itself. So when I am actually consuming it, I'm consuming their gift of love. And more people are wanting this. And so us natural lovers are going to start finding ourselves more and more abundant the more we choose to emanate the love that we actually are. Where the lovers of the world were kind of like, we want vampires, we want druggies, we want psychopaths, we want drama, we want pain and suffering, we want ridiculous consumption, of material goods. We're very superficial, and now we're coming to a place where we're so friggin' sick of it. is just sick of the commercials. We're sick of the news. We're sick of superficial people. We're sick of, super wealthy, greedy people, and the rest of us are struggling to survive every day. Like, we're so sick of it. And that is what is bringing the love to the surface, because we're tired of anything that isn't love. We're so sick of anything that isn't love. So this is the secret to manifesting abundance, is be love. Be more and more love every single day to yourself and to others. And discover who you are. Be who you are without fear. Now again, the question is it for you to win the lottery? And how is winning the lottery going to make you a better person? Most people that are looking for an answer on manifesting abundance don't give a shit about becoming a better person. They just want the money. Because if they have the money, then they don't have to worry about having to pay for all this stuff. They just want the money. So what are you learning from this? I could care less about the money. I just want to live in a world full of love. And the more that I choose to be that speaker of love, I find it's accepted by the world, which makes me feel loved and accepted and appreciated. And that's all I could ask for. And in return, heaven manifests that abundance for me in my life, which is giving me more opportunity to share who I am with the world and make a difference in this world with love, because the universe is really supporting love on a louder level than ever before. We're going to start seeing more psychics, more spiritual healers, more open-minded churches, more healthy foods. We're going to start seeing this. I swear to God, McDonald's is actually going to transition into like a really healthy fast food space. I swear to God that it's going to happen. Whenever I think about McDonald's, they're like at the forefront of fast food, and all they have to do is wiggle it a little bit, and they could transform their entire business model into a love model, instead of kind of like, quick junk, but quick love food, and I would so support that. And I'm telling you, the moment McDonald's does that, that becomes a commercialization, a really loud one across the entire world, that we are choosing love again and again and again. And I'm telling you, it's going to get louder. And when big companies like McDonald's start doing it, all the other companies are going to start following suit. You see, it just takes one domino to make another one fall, and another one fall, and another one fall. And I'm just another one of these dominoes. So truly, how do you manifest abundance? Be the domino of love, but be yourself and love yourself. And nothing else, everything else is just the teacher, and not be afraid to be who you are in this world. Don't let other people bring you down. Don't let society decide for you. But you got to love yourself, and you got to find yourself inside. You got to hold yourself. You got to be kind to you. Okay, so I hope that this video makes a difference in your life. If you're interested in connecting me one-on-one for a psychic session, please visit me at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. I'm also on Patreon, also at Abbey Normal's Wisdom Quest. You can find a psychic development group full of awesome how-to videos, plus a webinar each month, and then I have a love and gratitude group where I get to make videos based on the requests, and I feel a little more integrated into my supporters. So if you're interested, you can also find me there. So I want to thank all of you for all of your love and support of myself and what I share with the world, and I wish you all a wonderful day.